something is wrong. Seriously wrong. For the past few weeks, Prince Harry has practically vanished from public life. No royal appearances, no charity events, no paparazzi photos, not even a single blurry iPhone shot of him walking through LAX. And if you think that's just a coincidence, think again. This is a man who's been relentlessly photographed for over 3 decades. A literal global celebrity who's been chased, watched, followed, and obsessively covered by every media outlet from London to Los Angeles. Yet suddenly, in the middle of major royal drama, he just disappears? And here's where it gets weird. Meghan? She's still everywhere. Smiling, waving, staging pap walks in Montecito and signing new deals. She's been spotted solo at events without Harry by her side, something that hasn't happened in years. But when reporters ask where he is, she dodges. Every time. No updates, no explanations. Not even a generic "Harry's doing well." Just, silence. Cutscene. Flashback to the last time Prince Harry was seen, red-eyed, pale, and barely speaking outside a hotel in Nigeria. That's right. Nigeria, where he looked gaunt, distracted, and not well. Rumors swirled at the time about his health, but just days later, boom, radio silence. No confirmation, no photos, no public engagements, not even a casual, he's taking time off. In today's media world, that's practically a blackout. And here's the most disturbing part. When Buckingham Palace was asked directly about Harry's whereabouts, they refused to comment. Think about that. A palace that's usually quick to shut down rumors is now choosing to say nothing, not even to deny that something's wrong. People close to the royals are whispering that this isn't just a vacation, this is a cover-up. Something has happened to Prince Harry, and nobody wants to talk about it. But we're going to, because the clues, they're everywhere. And it starts with the birth certificate. That doesn't make any sense. Let's rewind. Because if you want to understand why Prince Harry's disappearance feels so orchestrated, you have to go all the way back to the beginning, back to the day he was born, or should we say, back to the day his mystery began. Because buried in public records is a document that doesn't just raise questions. It practically screams cover-up. We're talking about Harry's official birth certificate. At first glance, it looks normal. Born on September 15th, 1984. Father, Prince Charles. Mother, Diana, Princess of Wales. Signed, sealed, royal. But here's where things go off the rails. The name listed for Diana, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales. Sounds official, right? But here's the problem. That's not how British birth certificates work. Titles are not legal names. They're not supposed to be used in the mother's name field. Diana's legal name at the time was Diana Frances Spencer Mountbatten Windsor. So why was her royal title used instead of her actual name? Now pause. Some people say it's just a formality. The royals do things differently. But that's not true. Go look at Prince William's birth certificate. It lists Diana's full legal name, no royal title, no shortcuts, no games. So why the difference with Harry? Cut scene. Conspiracy theorists, royal biographers, even former palace staff have questioned this detail. Why is Harry the only royal with a certificate that breaks protocol? And that's not even the weirdest part. Rumors have swirled for years that Prince Charles may not be Harry's biological father. The red hair, the questionable timelines, the strange distance between Charles and Harry, it's all added fuel to a fire that's never quite gone out. Could this birth certificate error actually be intentional? A way to legally register the child without confirming paternity? It sounds wild, but remember, we're dealing with an institution that's built on secrets. If something about Harry's birth didn't line up, you better believe they would bury it. And suddenly, Harry disappearing as an adult doesn't seem so random anymore, because the cracks in the story, they were always there. And the next one itself, when interviewed, looked rattled. He once told the press, "No, I'm not Harry's father." But then he paused and said, "At least not to my knowledge." Excuse me? Not to my knowledge? That's not a denial. That's a legal escape hatch. And here's where it gets even more suspicious. For years, there have been rumors that James Hewitt was offered money to disappear, that the palace pushed him out of the country, that they warned him, keep quiet, or else. He moved to Spain, then vanished from the public eye. For a long time, it was like he never existed. And now, Prince Harry has disappeared too? You starting to see the pattern? What if the royals always knew Harry wasn't Charles's son? What if he was tolerated until he became a liability, until the truth got too close? And what if this disappearance is just damage control? Because if Harry's not really a Windsor, that's not just a scandal. That's a constitutional crisis. And believe it or not, we're just getting started. Because someone recently came forward. Someone who says they saw Harry in rehab. You didn't hear it on the BBC. It wasn't trending on Twitter. But in the underground corners of royal gossip circles, something explosive started spreading just weeks before. Prince Harry vanished. A sighting, not in London, not in LA, in Arizona, at a private rehabilitation clinic just outside Scottsdale. Henry, his real first name. Now, here's the wild part. This wasn't just any rehab. This was a discreet, invite-only facility. No phones, no press, no access without background clearance. A place where the ultra-elite go to disappear quietly, not detox in public. And before you say just another celebrity rumor, let's be honest, Prince Harry has a history. He's admitted to drug use, cocaine in his teen years, cannabis during his Eton days, even gush rooms at celebrity parties. He once said, "I used drugs to numb things." But what things? What pain? This isn't a party prince anymore. This is a man falling apart on camera. Every recent interview, every Netflix special, every memoir page, Harry looks less like a rebel and more like someone breaking in slow motion. So ask yourself, what if the palace didn't want him gone? What if they wanted him treated? What if Meghan didn't leave him and she checked him in? Multiple insiders, including a former palace staffer, hinted that Harry was not well weeks before he dropped off the map. One source even said, they're trying to help him before it's too late. Too late for what? A breakdown? An overdose? A public scandal? Because if Harry did quietly enter rehab, that would explain the silence, the photo blackouts, the no-shows at major events, the royal family going suspiciously quiet. And yet, no statements, no denial, no confirmation. It's like someone pulled a curtain down. And the only people behind it are the same people who've always pulled the strings. The next twist? It's not about where Harry went. It's about who sent him there. Let's stop pretending Meghan Markle is just a bystander in all this. She didn't marry a prince. She married the most unstable man in the royal family, then helped him burn the whole house down. From day one, she was bold, unpredictable, and unwilling to know her place. The tabloids branded her a diva. The palace branded her a threat. But Harry? He called her his savior. He once said Meghan rescued him. From what? The monarchy? His trauma? Himself? But now ask the real question. Who's rescuing Harry from Meghan? Because the moment she entered his life, everything changed. He quit the royal family. He gave up military titles, patronages, privileges, and when he lost the crown, he lost himself. Now fast forward. Where is Meghan now? Posting lifestyle content, building her brand, launching a podcast, looking polished, composed, completely unbothered. Meanwhile, Harry is nowhere to be seen. No photos, no videos, no birthday tributes, not even a blurry paparazzi shot outside a Starbucks. This isn't normal. Even celebrities in rehab get spotted eventually. But not Harry. So the question is chilling. Did Meghan send him away? Or worse, did she let him break down? In the British tabloids, the ones that used to follow his every move, have gone completely cold. No new stories, no inside sources, not even made-up drama. That's when you know something's off. When Harry was doing book tours, interviews, Netflix specials, he was everywhere. Headlines, sound bites, drama on repeat. But now that he's truly vulnerable, no press coverage at all, that's not a coincidence. That's a blackout. So who's keeping the silence? Is it the palace, the press, or Meghan herself? Here's a theory. Meghan's PR team has tightened the screws. If Harry's checked into a facility, or whether it's for mental health or something darker, they may have issued strict NDAS. Journalists who normally profit off Harry might have been warned, you say nothing or you lose access. And let's not forget the royals. The firm may hate Harry, but they still know how to protect their own. If the truth about Harry's current state leaked, it wouldn't just damage Meghan, it would taint the monarchy too. The Queen's grandson, possibly broken, possibly institutionalized, possibly worse. It's too risky. So they bury the story, they let the world move on, they act like Harry never existed. Or like his story ended the moment he walked away. But here's the thing about silence. It always means someone's hiding something. This is where the rumors start turning dark. There's one theory floating around, whispered in royal gossip forums, hinted at in blind items, and quietly spreading through celebrity circles. Prince Harry isn't just missing, he's in rehab. Now hold up, and this isn't about mocking addiction. This is about asking why no one will confirm or deny where one of the most famous men on earth has gone. Because let's be honest, Harry struggled before. In his own memoir, Spare, he openly confessed to using weed, psychedelics, even cocaine. He said he took mushrooms and hallucinated talking to a trash can. Not exactly light reading. He also talked about panic attacks, anxiety, grief, trauma. The man was drowning for years, even before Meghan entered the picture. And yet, when he finally broke free from the royal family, what happened? He didn't get better. He got louder, angrier. And now, he's silent. Insiders claim he may have checked into one under a pseudonym. Meghan, allegedly, is keeping things quiet to protect the brand. Because if word got out that Harry was in a treatment facility, the Sussex narrative collapses. The brave prince who broke free? Suddenly, he's a man in crisis. A symbol of what happens when you torch your support system and try to rebuild it on media deals and Instagram quotes. Even more chilling, some say Meghan wanted him to get help. Not out of compassion, but damage control. Because if Harry spiraled in public, cameras rolling, paparazzi flashing, that would ruin everything. Their deals, their docuseries, their image. So instead, the rehab theory. Total lockdown, total silence, and maybe, just maybe, a prince alone in a treatment center while the world forgets he ever mattered. Let's just say the unthinkable is true. Let's say Prince Harry doesn't come back. Not from the shadows, not from the rehab rumors, not from the collapsing public image or media silence. What happens next? Does the world move on? Do people stop asking questions and just let the Sussex story fade into the archives? Or do we realize, far too late, that we were watching a man fall apart in real time and no one did a thing? Because here's the twist. Even if you don't like Prince Harry, even if you think he's spoiled or hypocritical or just plain annoying, this is still a tragedy. We watched a royal rebel break the rules, burn the bridges, cross the ocean, and try to build something new. But somewhere along the way, he lost himself. The question now isn't, where is Prince Harry? It's who is Prince Harry now? Without the uniform, without the crown, without the UK, and, many believe, without Meghan's constant grip on the narrative, what's left? A ghost? A cautionary tale? A broken man in California? That's what makes this disappearance so chilling. Because if someone that famous, that protected, that watched by the world, can vanish so completely without answers, what does that say about all of us? Maybe Harry doesn't want to be found, or maybe, just maybe, he's screaming for help and no one's listening.